conference finals are locked in. We got Denver versus LA, Miami versus Boston. And I'm not going to lie, it just matchup-wise, kind of disappointing. Kind of disappointing. I wanted to see Phoenix versus Denver. Not Jesus Christ. I wanted to see Phoenix versus LA so we can get KD versus LeBron one more time. Not even one more time. Just again, it's been. Apparently, it's been literally 5 years since they played each other, which is kind of fucking crazy. That they've never been on the court at the same time in the last 4 or 5 years. That shit is kind of nuts. But yeah. Nuggets versus LA, kind of And then Miami versus Boston. I know it's a rematch of last year, but I always like to remind y'all that series last year was. We can look back at the moments. We can look back and say that it went to 7, and that Game 7 was good, as all Game 7s pretty much are. But wasn't the best series. A lot of blowouts, a lot of bad basketball, sloppy basketball being played. Grinded out series. In my opinion, it would have been fun to see Boston versus New York, just to see Tatum in the Garden. Madison Square Garden at that. Just torching y'all. You know what I'm saying? That would have been pretty fucking fun. In my opinion, I would still rather see Milwaukee versus Boston than Miami versus Boston. But we're here. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Now let's get into my predictions. Let me go ahead and start off with the Denver Nuggets versus LA series. Like the last series with the Lakers, my mind is telling me Denver in 6 or 7. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Denver in 6 or 7 is what my mind tells me. I just think Jokic right now is unstoppable. And respect to Anthony Davis, I'm not going to say he's ass. He's been playing phenomenal in these playoffs. A couple bad games. But Jokic looks unstoppable right now. Fucking the real MVP. The best center in the league. Arguably the best player in the world. In my opinion, my pick as the best player in the world right now. And their supporting cast is playing well as well. Great defensively. They have one of the best coaches in the league. Jamal Murray is playing well. I really like what Denver has shown me in these playoffs. Right? But my heart, I ain't gonna lie, bruh. My heart tells me the Lakers are somehow, some way gonna pull this off. Somehow, some way, I feel like LeBron and AD are going to turn back the clock like it's 2020 again. Jokic is still going to put up numbers. I don't think this is a series where Jokic is just going to collapse and, put up 29 and 5 on 45% shooting. I think Jokic is going to do his thing. He's an unstoppable force, an immovable object, and things of that nature. But I do have LA pulling this one out in 6 games. That's going to be my stamped-in prediction. LA in 6. LA in 6. I think LeBron is going to go crazy this series more than the past series. I think he's going to have to move on. AD is I don't know about AD. I think the X factor is how they guard Jamal Murray. Because I think LA they have some pretty fucking good perimeter defenders. Shout out to Vando. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Vando. Shout out to Austin Reeves. Shout out to I want to say LeBron. Dennis Schroeder's good. D'Lo's good. They got some, you know what I'm saying? They got some defenders. They got some fucking defenders. I would love to see how they play and guard Jamal Murray. And I think they will defend Jamal Murray well this series. At the same time, this is going to be a series where Jamal Murray needs to step it the fuck up. So, yeah, that's why I got LA in 6. Moving on to the Heat versus Celtics. 2 seed versus 8 seed. This is actually insane. I wanna shout out the Heat, man. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, bro, people were clowning me when I went into these playoffs praying to God that we didn't have to face the Heat. Right? People told me I was bugging. Yo, the Heat are nothing to be afraid of. We understand what happened last year, but this year is different. And now here we are. And they're in the conference finals. After playing 2 play-in games, a team with like 7 undrafted players. Jimmy Butler has been playing phenomenal. Coach Eric Spoelstra has been coaching his fucking ass off. Yeah, no, the Heat deserve their fucking praise. They deserve their respect. Shout out to the Miami Heat and shout out to the Boston Celtics, because I'm going to just keep it a stack. We have low-key, high-key been running the Eastern Conference for the last decade. And we don't really get that credit just because I don't know. So shout out to us type shit and things of that nature. I also think from the Boston Celtics, the last 2 series, they should not have gone as far as they went. I think the Hawks series, that should have ended in a sweep or a gentleman's sweep, but we wanted to play with our food at home and needed to go to Atlanta to win that series. I think the Sixers series could have been a sweep or in 5. You know what I'm saying? Could have been a sweep or in 5. If we're being realistic, in the first 4 games, the only 2 games that Philly won was through a game winner. And that, again, that's with all respect to Philly. But I'm just saying, a lot these first 2 rounds, it's been a lot of just playing with our food basketball. However, you don't run the conference for the last decade. All right, buddy. Okay, maybe run is not the best word to use in this instance. I think that is a little dick suck. All I'm saying is we have been fucking competitive as fuck since 2010. Since 2012, 2013, if we want to go back that route. I wouldn't call it like a LeBron-esque dominant era. But we made it to the conference finals in 2012, 2017, 2018, 2020, 2022, and this year. I don't know, bro. That's a lot of years where the Celtics ended up being second place in the conference. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Boston has been playing with their food a lot in these first 2 rounds. With that being said, though, I do feel like the Sixers series was the gut punch. And I said, not too much. I said the Celtics and the Heat have been running the East for the last decade, all right? Damn. Holy shit. Anyways, I want to be meat munchers. This is crazy. I think the last series was a gut punch to the Celtics. It was one of those series that like really tested the Celtics. Really, yo, what the fuck is this team about? Are y'all really frauds or like what's up with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with y'all for real? So going into the series, I think we have some good momentum. Going into the series. I think we learned in the last 2 rounds that let's stop playing with our fucking food. Specifically, Jason Tatum yo, let's stop playing with our food, because if we don't, we're going to have more games like Game 7 where we just run teams out the fucking building. Because that's what Game 7 was. It was our best player, the 30-point per game scorer, first team All-NBA player, actually playing like that from start to finish. And we get games like that. You know what I'm saying? And we get games like that. So, with that being said, going into the series, I personally feel like this is what should happen. This is what should happen. Also, the Heat in the last 2 games versus the Knicks, little iffy. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Butler was not looking like Himmy Butler. Little iffy. Little iffy for the Heat. This is what should happen, right? This is what should happen. The Celtics should win in 5 or 6. That's what should happen. But what's probably going to happen is Celtics in 6 or 7. Probably 7. Because we just like to make things hard. Pause. We just like to make things difficult. And even if it does go to 6, trust me, that 6 is going to be a classic game, classic series type of shit, man. That's what it's going to end up being. So yeah, Celtics move on to the finals for me in 6 or 7. The Lakers move on to me. I'm going to stay solid on the 6. Let me not total lines. I'm going to stay solid on the 6. It's going to be a decent amount of blowout games in this series. That's going to be my prediction. Lakers, Celtics is the finals that we're getting. I've said that from the beginning. I've said that going into the second round. And I'm saying that going into the conference finals. Lakers versus Celtics. The battle for 18. LeBron versus Boston alone is a crazy fucking series to have. Those are always classics. Old generation versus the new generation. You know what I'm saying? East Coast versus West Coast. This is Yankees versus Red Sox. This is, you know what I'm saying, John Cena versus The Rock, like for real. This is Phase versus Optic. I don't fucking know. But yeah, this is what the people want. This is what the people want. All right? I don't care if we have to rig it that way. I don't care. Give the people what they want. Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Magic versus Bird. Yeah, man. Like this. Give the people what they want.